Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavatpadam Shankaram Lokashankaram Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashyakritau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavat Vyapta Dehaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha Om Namah Pranavarthaya Shuddha Jnanaikamurtaye Nirmalaya Prashantaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahana Ubhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavaditamastu ma vidvishavahai Om Shanti 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 Apyayantu mamangani
Apyayantu mamangani
Vak Prana Chakshuhu
Vak Prana Chakshuhu
Shrotramato Balamindriyani Cha Sarvani
Shrotramatho Balamindriyani Cha Sarvani
Sarvam Brahma Upanishadam
Sarvam Brahma Upanishadam
Maham Brahma Nirakuryam
Maham Brahma Nirakuryam
Mama Brahma Nirakarut
Mama Brahma Nirakarot
Anirakaranamastvanirakaranam me astu
Anirakaranamastva Nirakaranam me astu
Tadatmani nirateya upanishadstu dharmaha
Tadatmani Nirateya Upanishadsu Dharmaha
te mayi santu
Te Mayi Santu Te Mayi Santu
Shanti
Om
Shanti
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 Shanti.
All the Upanishads teach us to understand the self as that one invariable, partless, all-pervading Atma, Brahman. That is the Mahavakyam. First I mistake myself to be the body-mind sense complex. Then at best, after negating that, I identify myself with the Jivatma. That Jivatma that I identify, body-mind sense complex, we reject very easily. The Jivatma that I identify myself with is that Parabrahman. There is no difference. That Vakya that reveals this oneness. And therefore, the understanding is the Mahavakyam. The words themselves are simple. I and Paramatma are the same. The understanding takes effort. And assimilating it, making it my own, takes commitment, time, and effort. Once that is understood, then I have made that huge jump between going on increasing the finite, which is limited at any level. Go on increasing, always limited and always as far away from the truth of I as it ever was. That jump, that transition that takes place, that I am that Parabrahma, whatever I considered I to be, after removing the wrong notions, and after time, effort, shraddha, and enough punya to gain adequate preparation, then there is a huge leap to seeing the truth of I. I, the subject. All we know in the world is the objects. We know a lot about the objects. Every object in this Jagat, the smallest of the small, biggest of the big, nearest of the near, farthest of the far, that which is sentient, that which is insentient, that which is tangible, that which is intangible, everything is either known or knowable by someone, somewhere, somehow. But it all falls into either known or unknown. Unknown means knowable. Therefore, when the Upanishad says, Tat anyadeva viditat, it is different from the known. The mind automatically says it is therefore the unknown. So the Upanishad disabuses us of that also. Ataha avididat adhi. And at the stage of learning, this creates a lot of difficulty, because if it is not known, if it is not, it is known, it is not known, it is not unknown, therefore it should be unknowable. And that is the first level of speed breaker that comes and we have to cross. What is it that can be known, that is not known and that is not unknown? What is the only thing that can be? In every knowing, there is a knower, there is an object of knowledge and the process of knowing. And every object of knowledge is known or can be known. So by defining it like this, there can only be one thing that will fit that. That which is not known nor unknown. That which is neither near nor far. That which is neither small nor big. That which is neither pratyaksham nor paroksham. Pratyaksham means immediately available, direct perception. Paroksham is not accessible immediately. Everything that we call paroksham in this world can become pratyaksham. Even distant stars, which are definitely paroksham, can become pratyaksham through various use of technology. Then what is it that is neither pratyaksham nor paroksham, neither known nor unknown? Only one thing can fit that description. By saying it is neither known nor unknown, you eliminate every possible object in this creation. So if you go back to that every knowledge that takes place has a knower and an object of knowledge and knowing, that leaves us with the inevitable conclusion that that which the Upanishad is talking about has to be the subject I, the knower. What is that knower? He's already described it in answer to that question. That which is Shrotram, that which enables the ear, function like the ear, hear everything. That which is that therefore something separate from the ear? Is there a second ear? He says no. That which you cannot separate from the ear except through understanding. Because he immediately says that which is the eye of the eye, prana of the prana, manas of the manas. It is not a separate eye or a separate ear or a separate nose. If it was, then that will have to be answered with the same question will have to be answered. What makes that operate? That which is described as the ear of the ear and eye of the eye, etc., is neither known nor unknown. This way, the method that is used leaves no room for doubt. Because the only possible vastu that fits this is I. We cannot come up with a concept or a conditioning. Therefore, the Shastra uses this method. That is why you find many of the things you read sound like paradoxes. Because none of them is describing an object. This is how we were taught. He says, Purvesham Vyacha Chakshire. This is the method that was used till we became absolutely clear as daylight. One, listening, contemplating. Vyacha Chakshire, Asamantat. Till that clarity is established, till all doubts are removed. We had to continue to hear the Guru, contemplate upon it, question it, till this sentence saying that I, which I've had so many doubts about, on which I had drawn so many inferences. Different people have defined I differently. To get absolute clarity about that I, we have to continue to do Shravanam. Ask questions, clear all the doubts that kept on arising in our minds. We had ignorance. Even though we sometimes draw our own inferences about I, there is always an element of doubt. Doesn't sound right. Then you recognize that you have ignorance. Sometimes we declare, I know. that which makes us possible to declare, I know, is that Brahman, is the self, is the subject. Sometimes because my own logic, my own analysis, my own thinking tells me there's something wrong. I am ignorant. That which reveals my ignorance is the same that reveals my knowledge. It is not just knowledge. It is that which makes that knowledge possible. That which makes seeing possible. That which makes hearing possible. That which makes any perception possible. That has to be the subject I. It is not that I is something hidden in my heart, which backs each one of these. It is not possible to separate anything from that I. That I am Jagat Karanam. I am the equivalent of a dreamer's knowledge. Because of I only, the whole prapancham is there. Physical object, non-physical objects, tangible objects, intangible objects, feelings, thoughts. Every thought is made possible because of I. Therefore, you cannot take the thought out separately. You cannot take hearing out separately. You cannot take seeing out separately. There has no existence. They are the same. And yet, I have to recognize I as being separate from them. That ear operates, eyes operate, every sense operates, prana operates, not on its own. Manas operates because there is I. Therefore, I cannot separate them. If I separate them, there is no I left, there is no ear left. I means Eva I, Eva I. No manas left, no prana left. They don't have an existence of their own. Like our famous gold chain, gold ring, gold bangle. If you separate it from the gold, there is no chain, there is no ring, there is no necklace. Everything is mere nama rupa. So you cannot separate them. I cannot say, okay, all right, take out the gold and put it aside. Let me then see the necklace. But we have to recognize them as two separate things. If you recognize them as two separate things, what is the only possibility? Like a dream world, Swapna Prapancham, what exists as Namarupa cannot exist on its own. This self is the only existence. And we know that. That existence is isness, satyam. And we know, therefore, there is chitta. There has to be knowledge means consciousness, awareness. It is the same. And because everything is included in this, sarvam, there can be no exception. There can be nothing outside of this. which is covered by the word Anantam or Ananda. Satyam is Jnanam. Jnanam is Anantam. Anantam is Satyam. Anantam is Jnanam. No difference. But if we say, for example, everything, every perception in this Jagat, every object is non-separate from I, the Atma, because they're all Karya. If you make a statement, time is that Satyam, you're not wrong. But what does the mind do? Immediately negates everything other than time. I, the self, the Atma, is what makes every color possible. So I can say blue is I, the Atma. I'm right. Blue is the Atma. But then so is every shade of blue. Ad for some of the paint company, no? Mera wala Neela. Millions of shades of Neela, blue. If I say blue, it may mean one thing to me, it may mean one thing, something else to somebody else. I may like this blue, somebody else like another blue. It includes not only blue, it includes every color possible. Every color is I, the Atma. Every sound is I, the Atma. Every smell is I, the Atma. Every touch is I, the Atma. Every taste is I, the Atma. When you have something very nice to eat, you can say, wow, this is divine. This must be the thing. It is, it's right. But so is something else, which somebody else likes. There is no way you can take one and say, this is Atma. It is true. But the mind immediately classifies this as Atma and everything else as Anatma. All taste, all sound, all smell, everything is nothing but that. How do I know this? He has very simply said, Vyacha Chakshire, Urvesham Vyacha Chakshire. They taught us. They told us. And so far, you recollect, in these verses that we've studied, the word Brahman has not appeared anywhere. Interesting. What it has tried to establish by answering that question, saying Chakshusha Chakshuhu, Shrotrasya Shrotram, that which makes everything possible, on which everything is dependent, invariable conclusion is it has to be I, the Atma. Now, when you say, I am, simply say, I am and put a full stop, it has no meaning. That I is not predicated by anything. But if you say, I am, you are waiting for the next word. There's an expectation, there's an akanksha. I am what? Tvamasi. Tvamasi leaves the sentence hanging. It has to be predicated by something. different Upanishads, you will see Tad Brahma Sa Atma. They will be in connection. So far, he is not brought in Atma, brought in Brahma. Now, in the next 5 verses, he closes that loop completely. Can we have those 5 verses from 1.4, please? Yeah. Yad Vachana, vote for it. Yad, what's the mail? Tat Yad Vachana Abhyuditam.
Yadvachan abhyuditam.
They can become Yad Vacha Anabhyuditam. Yena Vak Abhyudhyate.
Yena vagabhyudyate.
Tadeva Brahmatvam Vidhi.
Tadeva brahmatvam vidhi.
Nedam Yadidam Upasate.
Nedam yadidam upasate.
Yan Manasana Manute.
Yan manasa namanute.
Yena Hurmano Matam.
Yena hurmano matam.
Tadeva Brahmatvam Vidhi.
Tadeva brahmatvam vidhi.
Nedam Yadidam Upasate.
Nedam yadidam upasate.
Chakshusha Pashyati.
Yachakshushana pashyati.
Yena Chakshugumsi Pashyate.
Yena chakshugam pashyati.
Pashyati, sorry. Tadeva Brahmatvam Vidhi.
Tadeva brahmatvam vidhi.
Nedam Yadidam Upasate.
Nedam yadidam upasate.
Yat Srotrena Nashrunoti.
Yashrotrena nashrunoti.
Yena Shrotramidagushutam.
Yena shrotravidagum shrutam.
Tadeva Brahmatvam Vidhi.
Tadeva brahmatvam vidhi.
Nedam Yadidam Upasate.
Nedam yadidam upasate.
Yat Pranena Praniti.
Yat pranena na praniti.
Yena Prana Praniyate.
Yena prana praniyate.
Tadeva Brahmatvam Vidhi.
Tadeva brahmatvam vidhi.
Nedam Yadidam Upasate.
Nedam yadidam upasate.
Yat Vacha. That which cannot be revealed by word. Anabhyudite. Anabhyudati. That which is not, cannot be revealed by a word. And yet the Upanishad has no choice but to reveal it through words. Yena vak abhyudyati. By which word operates. Word is revealed and reveals. That may you know to be Brahman. That which has already been explained as that which is the word behind the word. That which cannot be described through words. What do words describe? Typically a noun. Our usual pot is there. When you say pot, it qualifies, it indicates a round object. A shape is indicated. A purpose is indicated. It contains water. Therefore, that word indicates an object. and only one object. A pot might have also another meaning. I know some of the youngsters in the 60s had a different meaning for pot. The hippie movement, very famous at that time. People who travel all the way to Rishikesh only for a different kind of pot. But in the context of whatever that being said, by whom and to whom, the word can have only one meaning. Which is a meaning of an object. What about other words? What about a verb? That also indicates an action and only one action. And that's how we understand. I say talking, I cannot misunderstand it as a running. That also happens to be an object of the world. Every word qualifies only an object. A noun can be qualified. You can talk about a big pot, small pot, but it still indicates an object only. Same thing with an adverb. Every single word in any language qualifies the object. How can that word qualify the subject or indicate the subject? Words have to communicate, and to communicate is an expression of thought. Now, if I don't have a word that is known to my hearer, I can approximate it through another word. I can describe it through other words. Because he knows other objects, I also know other objects. So I can use other words. But when you talk about I, the Atma, there is no other word. How are you going to describe Atma? How are you going to qualify Atma? Because that which makes words, words. When you express something, you have to use words which the hearer also knows. There is a comic strip called Calvin and Hobbes. I don't know if any of you have seen that. I find it very, very good. So he comes up with his own words. I remember one of the words he used was called transmorgifier. Now, if you don't know what that word means, but you can make a guess, particularly in the context of that, you can but his own word. Either then you have to first tell the other person what the word means, educate that person, or you have to use other words which the person knows, with which you can explain this word. So what's the transmorgifier? You don't know. Unless you read the comic, you won't know. So words reveal things. Thoughts expresses words, reveal things. But if that which makes it reveal things, if that also has to be revealed, then you have problem of infinite regression. Therefore, you need to have a thoughtless, self-revealing vastu, which is non-separate from your words, non-separate from your thought. It is not something which you can discover only by removing all thoughts. You can't. It is that thought-free, word-free, self-revealing vastu, which in this context, he says, know that to be Brahman. Now you use another word for the first time, Brahman. Tadeva tam vidhi tam Brahma tam vidhi. May you know that to be Brahman. What? That which words cannot reveal. Anabhyutitam. But which enable the words to reveal, which reveal the words themselves. And which reveal the meaning of the words. Know that to be Brahman. Now, Brahman is another word. How do we deal with Brahman as a word? Brahman comes from the root brh, bridhau, meaning bigness, large. But when you say big, you can have a mosquito big. Mosquito is very big compared to a neutron. You can have a mountain big, much bigger compared to a mosquito. You can have universe big, or before that sun big, earth big. You can have all kinds of bigs. So what does Brahman mean? Brahman can have only one meaning because there is no other object to compare with. Because Brahman is unlimited, not bound by Desha, Kala, Vastu. We said earlier, no one Vastu can be used to say this Vastu is Brahman. Although it is correct, it is incomplete. And that includes time and space. So Brahman here can only mean Anantam. You said earlier, Satyam is Jnanam, Jnanam is Anantam. And when you say Anantam, there is no possibility of a second. And who is the Brahman? The one who is seeking Brahman is Brahman. Seeker is the sought. Because it is not an object. That we've already eliminated. Seeker is the sought. And what do we generally do? I know I have to seek that limitless. So I look around outside. I look at a mosquito and say, no, it has to be bigger than that. I look at a fly that looks bigger. I look at a beetle, it looks even bigger. Go on and on and on, all the way to my house, to my city, to the earth, to the solar system, to the galaxy, to the cosmos. I still have akanksha waiting. I still don't know what next. Because I'm looking at the wrong place. It is like the fellow who is searching all over the house for his spectacles, shouting at everybody, where the heck is my spectacle? I know I had it a minute ago. Where is my spectacle, incidentally? It is there on his head. You're looking in the wrong place. Or like some of these people have this cord attached to it and hanging at the back. He doesn't know. We're looking at the wrong place. Because we're so used to searching for objects. And we pride ourselves on the fact that my science gives me the ability to know anything. And therefore, I look at it using my five senses. I look at it outside. I look at it using all kinds of enhancement techniques, microscopes and telescopes and loudspeakers and whatever else. I will never get it unless I understand this sentence, that which words cannot reveal. Yat vacha anabhyujatam. Because words, speech, the meanings, the speaker, the hearer, everything is revealed only by that vastu, which is I, which here is now called Tat Brahma Tam Vidhi. Know that to be Brahman. Mahavakya is complete. Tattvamasi. That Tat, which includes everything, is the Jagat Karanam Brahman. Is you. Nothing else can fit all this that we've studied so far. There are Mahavakyas all over the Upanishads. No, Swami G, I read somewhere there are only 4 Mahavakyas, one in each Veda. They're more like representative to show that there are Mahavakyas in every Veda. But every Upanishad has the same. Anything that shows that I and Param Brahma are non-separate is a Mahavakya. So he's closed the loop by saying that is I, Tad, Tat, Brahma Tvam Vidhi. You know that to be Brahman. And to make it amply clear, the Upanishad also says that is Brahman, you that I've already described to you, not what you do upasana on. Another cryptic sentence. Nedam tadidam upasate. What do we do upasana on? We will look at that tomorrow. Om Purnamada Purnamidam